February from the Faribault Foundation. I wanted to take a couple minutes today to share a story with you about creating a legacy. The Sertoma Club of Faribault joined the Hand Up campaign in 2024 and made a commitment to fund the Founders Society or Founders Fund and the Operating Reserve Fund at the Faribault Foundation. That's what the Hand Up campaign is. But they made a commitment, and one of the things that we do there is when the Founders Fund makes a grant into the Faribault community annually, all of the donors into that fund get recognized. So Sertoma Club of Faribault is listed as one of the donors. Well, unfortunately, at the end of 2025, the Sertoma Club dissolved, and so Faribault is no longer has that organization here. And so what will happen now is, in perpetuity, the club wanted a way to always be remembered in Faribault, and so now every year when we make a grant from the Founders Fund, their contribution is helping to fund that endowment, and the Faribault Sertoma Club will always be published and remembered and talked about when we make that grant. So if you're considering how can I leave a legacy, or what would my legacy look like, why don't you reach out to the Faribault Foundation? I'd be happy to talk about what it could look like for an individual or a family or a business, what leaving a legacy would look like for you in the Faribault community. You can always find me by emailing me through the website or giving a call to the foundation at 507-805-8800 and give some thought to what kind of legacy you would like to leave.
Hello, I am Jill Stratman. I'm the Youth Recreation Coordinator at the Faribault Park and Rec, and we have a very special event to tell you about. Our Father-Daughter Dance is coming up on Sunday, February 15th, and it's going to run from 3:30 to 5 in our gymnasium. This event's been going on for quite a few years, and it is certainly a favorite. It is for dads with daughters that are ages 2 to 12 years old. We have a DJ coming. We have click photography that will capture your moments. We've got snacks, treats, and a lot of great music. So sign up your child for the Father-Daughter Dance. Registrations need to be in by February 10th. And again, the event is February 15th. Also coming up in April, we have a spring training camp. It's a new program that we're doing for youth ages 4 to 9 years old. They'll get to do a lot of games and skills and sport challenges. We'll work on running, jumping, throwing, and all those great things to get you ready for summer. And speaking of summer, our bulletin will be coming out, and you can sign up for all of our great camps, special events, and sporting events. Our summer bulletin comes out on February 26th.
Hey everybody, my name is Devin Pawarek, Recreation Coordinator with Faribault Park and Rec. I have some upcoming activities and programs in February for you. First, we're hosting Love at First Dink, a co-ed pickleball tournament on Valentine's Day. It'll be at the Community Center Gym, and it's $25 per team to sign up. And then, get your skating in while you still can. Outdoor rinks are winding down with spring approaching, and the last day for open skate in the ice arena is on March 1st. And then we also have our A, B, C, and D's of Medicare class on February 12th, 4:30 p.m. at Washington Rec Center. It's free, you must register, and you'll learn the basics of Medicare, and you'll have chances to ask questions. We also have our Tai Chi class. That's on Tuesdays at 4:30. It's $6 to drop in, or you can get included with an all-around pass. And that's a low-impact, slow-motion exercise class. Then finally, we have our Learn to Play Piano by Ear class. It's online for $55 on February 21st from 10 a.m. to noon. It includes online books and follow-up lessons. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mo. I'm the rec coordinator here at Faribault Parks and Rec, overseeing Viaduct Park, and I wanted to let you know that we are halfway through our Marshmallow Mondays, which is our kids series. It's been an absolute hit. We're doing really cool kind of experiments and crafts every single week. We have drop-ins still available. And then on Sunday, February 15th, we have our broomball tournament, which is titled Brooms and Brews. Grab a couple of buddies and come on out. You'll get a drink token for a Crooked Pint and have a great time while you're staying out on the ice. And speaking of which, the only positive maybe, or one of the positives from this cold weather, is our ice is thriving. So please come on out. You can use our recreational skating anytime. Thanks so much.
Hi, I'm Kevin O'Brien, Recreation Superintendent and Aquatic Supervisor at the City of Faribault Park and Rec. I'm here with your aquatics update for the spring or February of 2026. Our spring lifeguard classes are scheduled around spring break this year. Our first class is March 6th through the 8th, and our second class is the 13th through the 15th. That's a Friday night class time from 4 to 8 p.m. and then 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. both Saturdays and Sundays for both of those classes. We also have a lifeguard review course scheduled over the same first weekend of March 7th through the 8th. That schedule is from 8:30 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday to 1:30 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Don't wait until May crazies when your kids are trying to wrap up school, spring sports, and get ready for their summer jobs to try to get one of these certifications done. So sign up now for one of the best jobs to do in the summers. Call me at the Community Center, 507-384-0519, if you have any questions about the courses. But don't wait. Get into these classes now so you're not amid the crazies of trying to get ready for summer and wrap up the school year. Also new for our spring programs and registration, and for all of our registration quarterly bulletins moving forward, registration will open 1 week after the Buckham Bulletin mails. We have learned recently that there were people not getting the mailing until almost a week after the post office started mailing those items out. So registration will open for this spring session February 26th at 8 a.m. However, because of that late date, our lifeguard classes are open for registration now. But for the majority of our programs, that February 26th date at 8 a.m. will hold true. Thank you, and we'll see you this spring.
Hello, Faribault. Nort Johnson here with your Chamber of Commerce. We're in February of 26 already, so happy Valentine's Day to everybody. I can't be happier with our January highlight, which was our membership gala. We were able to share some great news on priorities that we're working on here out of the Chamber, which we've touched on that quite a few times, but I'll remind you, education is a top priority for us, along with leadership collaboration. We've talked about our joint boards meetings, and those have been going swimmingly. We're just really pleased with that group. We also were able to talk a bit about a housing initiative and a community land trust that we'll have a great report for March for you all. And then, of course, our items with regard to the downtown and with daycare. Just good things happening all around. The report was very well received by membership. We had an outstanding speaker named Scott Welly. If you're ever looking for a speaker that'll get your audience, whoever it is, charged up and energized and get them thinking about how they can be their best selves, give me a call. I'll get you Scott's contact info. He was dynamite for us. I'm going to share a little piece from that. Something that I got out of Scott's presentation for us is something I want to share with you today. It's a little Venn diagram. Those became popular in the news cycle a couple years ago, but those are the circles that overlap. So this is the Venn diagram I speak of. So there are the things that matter, and there's a lot of them, as we all know, and the things that you have some control over. Well, they don't really overlap that much. There's a bit that you can do that manage an effect on things that matter. So focus yourself there. When you want to have an impact, ensure that it's something that you can have an impact on and that it's something important to you. We do that constantly here in our office. We find that the things that matter are things in our community that help bolster workforce, help bolster our families, help support our education system. So that's where we work. We work in that zone. Big event coming up March 7th. That's our Faribault Flannel Formal. This is the 10th annual of these events. It would be the 11th, but we had a little COVID issue one year. Our friends at 10,000 Drops and our Main Street Committee, as well as our friends at Corks and Pints down there at Craft Beverage Curve, we're calling it now. Those partners are all in with us on making this a really memorable event again this year. Limited tickets available, by the way. Just get a hold of the chamber when you decide to go. But we're adding a Friday night prep event for the big Saturday event, Pups in Plaid. We're having pet night down at the 10,000 Drops facility. It will be a blast. We'll have best dressed pup in plaid. I wanted to have Fidos and flannel, but I lost out. Regardless, it's going to be a great night down there on Friday the 6th, people and their pets, and then Saturday for the big event. Live music, hot dish contest. We're going to have real axe throwing. We've contracted with the company. So come on in, join the event, have some fun. Faribault, stay awesome. We appreciate you.
Hi, my name's Chad and I'm the pharmacy manager at the Hy-Vee here in Faribault. This month is Heart Month in February, so I'm just going to talk about a couple things with that. One thing with that is we do blood pressure checks, and you can just stop in, ideally after about 10 o'clock and before about 4, and we can check your blood pressure for you and make sure that that's all in order. If you have any questions with that, we can help you out there as well. Along with that, to stay heart healthy, it's always a good thing to make sure you're getting all your vaccinations and you're up to date on those, because if you have high blood pressure, that can cause heart issues, and with heart issues, you're more at risk if you get any of the illnesses, such as flu or COVID, etc. So you always want to be up to date on those vaccines. So we're looking forward to seeing you. Thank you.
Mike Reinsbach here, Dr. Reinsbach coming to you from Ritchie Eye Clinic. Our topic today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about contact lens infections. So what are contact lens infections? They occur when harmful microorganisms infect the cornea, the clear front surface of the eye. These infections can range in symptoms from mild irritation to serious sight-threatening disease. Because contact lenses sit directly on the eye, improper use or improper hygiene can significantly increase the risk of them developing. Common types of contact lens infections. The most common type would be bacterial keratitis, often caused by a bacteria known as Pseudomonas. This is a particularly dangerous and harmful infection. There can also be fungal infections, usually linked to contaminated solutions or plant material getting into the eye. Another one, acanthamoeba keratitis, is a rare but severe contact lens infection that's associated especially with cleaning the lenses with tap water. Viral infections would be much less common but possibly linked to poor hand hygiene or something like that. Not typically one that's associated with contact lenses. So bacterial keratitis is the most commonly most common infection associated with contact lenses and can sometimes unfortunately progress very rapidly. Pseudomonas can worsen even within a period of 24 hours. So what are the risk factors that could be associated with developing one of these infections? Usually caused by poor hygiene or poor contact lens practices. The major risk factors definitely include sleeping in your contact lenses, poor hand hygiene before handling your lenses. I've had in my history one case where the patient said they did everything right, cleaning their contact lenses. The only thing they did not do was wash their hands before handling the lenses, and that unfortunately led to a pretty serious infection. Using tap water to clean or contain your lenses could also lead to infection. There are certain parasites that can survive in tap water. Swimming or showering with contact lenses in, again, that's kind of harboring potential pathogens that could live in the water you're swimming in or in tap water. Overwearing your lenses, so most contact lenses come with a recommended duration of use. Certainly don't go over that. Not only are they associated with more discomfort the longer you wear them, they develop more of a protein buildup on the surface of the lens and certainly increase the risk of infection. And not replacing your cases that contain the contact lenses regularly. Just like we can develop plaque on our teeth, it's what's called a biofilm that bacteria can establish, and it's kind of a coating that can definitely start to develop in your contact lens case, and that's not always easily removed even when you use solution. Even one of these habits can significantly increase the risk of infection. Personally, I don't recommend ever sleeping with contact lenses in. Even if the lenses say they are night and day lenses, I don't think it's a good practice. And most of the cases of corneal infections I see are from overwear and sleeping with the lenses in. So what are the symptoms of a contact lens infection? Might include redness of the eye pain, blurred vision, light sensitivity, excessive tearing or discharge, foreign body sensation in the eye. Symptoms can quickly worsen, especially when they are bacterial in origin, such as that Pseudomonas infection. How do we diagnose this and treat it? Usually it's a clinical diagnosis where the eye doctor would see the surface of the eye under our microscope, and with a history of contact lens misuse, it's a pretty clear diagnosis most of the time. If we suspect a contact lens infection, we can also culture the material from the eye to kind of confirm that diagnosis. Oftentimes we just start the antibiotic treatment empirically. So treatment depends on what the suspected cause is. Most of the time it includes an antibiotic drop. Some cases pain could be very severe, so pain management might be required. Certainly stopping the contact lens use. It's recommended that if you are suspected of having a contact lens infection, bring your case in so that maybe the case could be cultured as well. Early treatment is critical to prevent permanent vision loss or decreased vision. As I said, some infections can progress extremely quickly, even within the duration of 24 hours. So we want to start treatments right away. In general, if you're having these symptoms during business hours, we would recommend you see an eye care professional. Many times, unfortunately, the clinicians in an emergency department or urgent care just are not well equipped to identify some of these really crucial, quick progressing corneal infections, and could lead to just a delay in treatment. Most of these infections are preventable. Certainly remember to wash your hands with soap and water before handling lenses. Never sleep in your lenses. Avoid water exposure while wearing your contacts, to include swimming or hot tubbing. Don't use tap water to store your lenses. Clean and replace your lens case every 1 to 3 months. And follow the guidelines for how long you wear the contact lenses in terms of when using a new pair. Good hygiene is very, very important. Don't mess around when it comes to your eyes. It might seem quick and easy to sleep with them, but it's almost never worth that simple trip to the bathroom and taking your contacts out and switching them out.
Welcome to Riverbend Nature Center's program segment. The Interpretive Center is open Mondays, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., Tuesday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can access the trails any day of the week from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoy your visit. This month's family-friendly programs kick off with Little Sprouts learning how rocks rock on Monday, February 2nd from 9:30 to 11 a.m. They come in so many different types of colors, textures, shapes, and crystals. This program is geared towards ages 5 and younger. Bring your little sprout and explore how fascinating rocks can be. Dress for the weather, as most of the course will be outside. The cost for this program is $5 per member child or $10 per non-member child, and adults attend for free. In the afternoon on Monday, February 2nd from 1 to 3 p.m., we are hosting our homeschool program for ages 5 to 12 years old. This day's theme will be about animal tracking. Winter is a great time to better understand animal activity and behaviors. Students will learn how to identify tracks and interpret what they teach us about the animal's activity. The cost is $5 per child, member child, or $10 per non-member child. Please dress for the weather, as a portion of this class will be outside. Saturday, February 7th has programs that are free to the public and all ages. Join us at 10 a.m. for Bagels and Birds. Enjoy a delicious bagel provided by Shattuck St. Mary's along with a hot beverage, and gaze at wildlife at Windows on the Wild. Then stay for story time with a naturalist at 11 a.m. to hear about the tale, The Mitten by Jan Barrett. Riverbend also has an improved and updated play area inside for kids to explore. Thursday, February 12th from 6 to 8 p.m. is our last Luminary Snowshoe event of the season. Be sure to join us for a night under the twinkling lights. Snowshoes can be rented or you can bring your own. After a beautiful stroll through the woods, warm up by the bonfire with a hot chocolate. For details on cost and to register, visit our website at rbnc.org. Have you heard of biochar before? Come learn about what biochar is, how it's created, and why Riverbend has decided to use this as another sustainability method on Saturday, February 14th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Then, weather permitting, try your hand at creating biochar. All ages are welcomed, but children under 15 must be accompanied by an adult. This event is free to attend. Animals have homes too. Bring your little sprouts to Riverbend on Monday, February 16th from 9:30 to 11 a.m. They'll explore what types of homes animals live in and look for animal homes on a walk outside. Please dress for the weather. The cost is $5 per member child or $10 per non-member child. Adults attend for free. Continue your homeschooler's education and learning experience about animal tracks by making tracks. This program will allow students to learn the process of animal track casting. While our casts are drying, students will get outside and have a blast learning about and using kick sleds. This class will be held Monday, February 16th from 1 to 3 p.m. The cost is $5 per member child or $10 per non-member child for ages 5 to 12 years old. February's Lunch and Learn series will be about the fruit of the forest with guest speaker Tim Clemens, founder of Ironwood Foraging and past president of the Minnesota Mycological Society. From 12 to 2 p.m., Tim will begin speaking at 12:30 and bring your own lunch. The cost is $5 per member or $10 per non-member. Minnesota's forest, fields, and river valleys are home to an amazing variety of edible mushrooms if you know where to look. In this engaging presentation, we'll explore some of the state's most sought-after wild edibles, how to safely identify them, and ideas for how to prepare them safely. We'll also cover foraging tips for beginners and fun facts that bring our local fungi to life. Whether you're a seasoned forager or simply curious, you'll leave with a deeper appreciation for the hidden food treasures growing all around us. Little Sprouts will be held on Saturday, February 21st from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. They'll explore what types of homes animals live in and look for animal homes on a walk outside. Please dress for the weather. The cost is $5 per member child and $10 per non-member child. Adults attend for free. For our last February event, help us gear up for the maple syruping season with Stewardship Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. This is a free volunteer event. If weather permits, we might begin tapping trees on February 28th. Thank you for listening to our segment this month. We hope you enjoy the trails and the programs at Riverbend Nature Center. Please check out our website at www.rbnc.org.
Hey everyone, it's me, Ms. Denny, your favorite children's librarian. Thanks for joining me. I am here to tell you about everything happening at the Buckham Memorial Library in February. Let's jump right in. First and foremost, I want to make sure you know that the library will be closed on Monday, February 16 for President's Day. And that Buckham Book Bingo is continuing through February. In fact, it goes until the end of March. Buckham Book Bingo is our winter reading program for ages 16 to adult. It is free and it is awesome because you get prizes just for reading. And in fact, you can get prizes even if you don't read and you just sign up, because we give away, we do prize drawings weekly, and then there's a grand prize at the end. So stop in the library and sign up. Storytime continues in February. We offer 3 different formats. You can catch me sharing a short bedtime story on the library's Facebook or YouTube page every Tuesday at 7. We have Storytime on Zoom on Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. So let me know if you want the link for that. And then Storytime in person here at the library every Thursday at 10 a.m. And we're very fortunate to have some special Storytime guests. Once a month, we are joined by ECFE and then also local artist Kate Longley. So once a month after Storytime, we have some special guests doing some extension activities. Hope to see you for Storytime. Our Teen Advisory Board, or TAB, will meet on Monday the 2nd at 4:30. TAB is for youth in grades 6 through 12. And if you are interested in becoming a TAB member, please let me know. I'll get you the application and tell you all the details. Book Buds is our informal reading buddies program. It meets weekly on Thursdays from 4 to 5. There is no registration needed. If you have a youth that is in elementary grade, K through 5, just stop in the library any Thursday between 4 and 5, and we'll have a big kid available to read with them. Speaking of reading, our book clubs for youth will take place in February as well. We have books and brownies for the elementary grades 2 through 5, and pizza and pages for the upper grades 6 through 12. Both clubs, I do ask please that you register in advance so I know how much how much brownies or pizza I need to provide. And then the assignment for February is to read any cookbook or craft book and come prepared to share about it. In fact, it's a special assignment this month. If you want to, you can also make something, cook something, bake something, or create a craft and then come and share it at the meeting. Not required, but just an extra layer of fun for this month's meeting. So if you're interested in joining either club, please let me know. I'll get you signed up. Our Stitch a Bit group will meet on the 1st and 3rd Friday of the month in February. That's the 6th and the 20th. It meets from 10 to 11:30 in the library's makerspace. It's our knit, crochet, needlecraft group. You bring your own project and worked on it with some friends and neighbors. It's a great opportunity to make some new friends and enjoy some fellowship. And then our tabletop mini painting will take place on the 2nd Wednesday of the month. So in February, that's the 10th. It's from 5 to 7. It's for ages 12 and up. Registration is required, so let us know if you're interested in joining us for that. And we also have 2 opportunities for ukulele players, whether you are a seasoned professional or you've never played before in your life. You can contact Alan, our resident ukularian, and she will get you all the info you need if you want to join fun. That's for folks who already know how to play quite well. Or if you want some lessons, if you want to get started learning how to play the ukulele, you can talk to Alan and she'll get you going on what you need to know to learn how to play the uke. Speaking of, you can also check out a ukulele here at the library. And then we also have 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten, which is a free program that lets you you get free books thanks to Books on Central. Thanks for partnering with us on that. Just for reading books to your kiddo before they start kindergarten, 1,000 of them to be precise. It sounds like a lot, but it's really not, because any book that you read counts, even if you read the same one over and over. I would love to get you signed up. This is a great way to get your kiddo ready for school. So stop in the library and sign up for 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten. Other things that we have at the library that are not books are our adventure kits. So stop in and see what the library has to offer for you. We're adding new things all the time. There's a Cricut machine. We have knitting and crochet kits, cake decorating, button making, bird watching. There's all sorts of cool stuff that you can check out here at the library, that besides all the awesome books we have. And then we also have state park passes as well. Those are, just like the adventure kits, available first come, first serve. You can't reserve them, but it is free and good for 7 days at any of Minnesota's beautiful state parks. So stop in and see if you can check out a park pass. If you have any questions about anything I've shared here today, we would love to talk to you. Stop in the library anytime we're open, give us a call, send us an email, find us on social media. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next month, or I'll see you at the library. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.